I never knew that everything was falling through.
Good evening, this is KEK News reporting live from New York. I'm Joan Crawford. Today, end of the Bank of the United States. Fault of the government or an inevitable mishap? Economic turmoil continues, worsened by the dust storms in the Great Plains. President Roosevelt begins his fireside chats. Conniving schemes of a haphazard government or one man's attempt to keep situations in control. December 5th, 1933, lawmakers in Washington do a complete 360, repealing the 18th Amendment. All this, let's first go to Rosa Sharon for arts and entertainment.
Thank you, Joan. Woody Guthrie, famous songwriter and radio voice, performs today at Pizza Hut Park. Also a political activist and writer for Red newspaper People's World, he joins us today for an exclusive interview. Thanks for being here, Woody.
How to do, ma'am? It's nice to be here.
So, Woody, as a great musician during these tough times, what do you think has been your greatest influence?
Well, I'm big on the migrant folk, so I picked up the guitar one day just trying to raise their spirits, and I just can't seem to put it down now. The whole regionalism thing, and with folk cultures and the like, has probably been the biggest influence on my songs.
What else do you enjoy listening to?
I'm really big on Ella Fitzgerald these days, and we got some great big bands like Duke Ellington, and the blues and jazz have been just off the chain.
Yes. Thank you, Woody. So, have you read anything good lately?
Well, by golly, I just can't seem to put this book down, Grapes of Wrath by old Johnny Steinbeck from down the road. And yeah, I'll read.
Thank you, Woody. And we'll be back. First, a word from our sponsors.
Grab yourself a letter, throw it in a pot. Stir it up, stew it up, serve it real hot. Read it while you eat it, feed the whole troop. Can't get enough of that alphabet soup. Alphabet soup. A is for apple.
A.
Cornmeal, eggs.
C. TBA. NRA. ABCDEFG.
And we're back. I'm Rosa Sharon with KEK News. Though we enjoy television shows such as Amos and Andy, we end with this, an exclusive clip from Gone with the Wind.
The drama, the romance, an experience you will never forget.
I'm not in love with you any more than you are with me. Heaven help the man who ever really loved you.
The epic saga that stole your heart will sweep you off your feet like never before and stay with you forever.
I've always loved you. I've never loved anyone else.
And now we go to Dr. Gupta for a tech update.
Hello, I am Dr. Albert Einstein. Dr. Gupta could not be here today, so I'm here to give you a tech update. Percival Lowell, a local astronomer, just discovered Pluto. I wonder how long it will still be a planet. It is so small. Anyways, we are making big advances in nuclear energy with things like nuclear fission and splitting of the atom. Maybe one day we will be able to use this energy for bombs. Back to you, Joan.
Thank you, Doctor. As the nation fights these new economic struggles, artists work to capture America's true identity. With organizations such as the WPA employing artists and muralists, the nation is able to reconnect with our lost culture. Artists such as Diego Rivera, Thomas Hart Benton, and Grant Wood create beautiful artworks in our cities.
Along with art, we've seen dramatic change in architecture this past decade. The grandest of construction projects have been completed, from the Chrysler and Empire State Buildings in New York to the Hoover Dam and the Golden Gate Bridge in the West. Some projects, like the Hoover Dam, were an attempt to re-energize a struggling economy, while others, like Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, were the result of the whims of rich men with a desire for exclusivity. And now, we go over to Sarah and Georgia to keep you updated on fashion.
Thank you. Well, folks, the style and fashion is quickly changing. Clothing styles are more mature and elegant, and thank goodness, more reasonably priced. Try on a versatile and practical outfit, and you will be in style. For women, the dominant fashion of today is a print dress made from new synthetic materials. To save money and stay in fashion, try making your next dress out of a feed sack. A belted waist, slightly flared skirt, and mid-length sleeves create a style that is both fashionable and comfortable. For the shoes, nothing too fancy. Just throw on a pair of low-heeled, comfy shoes.
Now, for the men, men's suits today emphasize the chest. Wear your jacket high-waisted with wide, short lapels, and you will get the look you want. Fashionable trousers are wide and long in the leg. Wear this, throw on a pair of heavy shoes, and you will look like the Prince of Wales. Also, tie your necktie with a new Windsor knot. Buy a hat with a wider brim and wear straighter trousers. With this look, you'll be ready for the ladies.
Keep in style. Flip through the Haas catalog for more advice on your dress. You know, Ruthie, what I really wanted to talk about was how much social class affects what people wear. For example, the richer people in society go out and buy new clothes. But as an ordinary girl, I am able to adapt to the latest fashion trends by tailoring my own clothes. To show you what I mean, I put together the following segment.
The economic bust of 1929 affected the lifestyles of most Americans during the 1930s. While the rich continued to live the way they always had, the financial gap continued to grow. For the extremely poor, it was a struggle to survive, with unemployment being an unfortunate reality. Common necessities were not a certainty. In fact, in 1931, 95 people died of malnutrition in New York City. The misery of the Depression was lifted by the few forms of entertainment available, like drive-in movies, bingo nights, and the Irish sweepstakes. The early 1930s also meant a decline in church attendance, with the poor ashamed of their new condition and others uninterested in church because of their despair. The rich, however, led completely different lives. The very wealthy introduced their daughters to society as debutantes with lavish celebrations for their debutante balls. Nevertheless, for all Americans, the automobile became a vital necessity.